Hello, my name is Dr. Jeffrey Holland, and welcome to Get Up, Stand Up for Planet Earth's Revival. As I promised to you, I was going to deliver some of the visions that God gave to me over the past uh, 5 years or so. And but before I cover any of those, I want to go over something that transpired in my household at our household at 521 Winter Street, Monroe City, Missouri. Um, I was a very, very active kid, meaning that I was constantly in trouble. Didn't talk much, but constantly in trouble outside of school. During the summer, I was just pretty tragic, especially for not only for myself but for my two younger brothers, James Holland and Danny Holland, because they were right on my heel. And if there was trouble to be had, um, I was one to find it. And our mother, Ruthie, knew that all too well. She nearly made a tragic mistake um, way back when. I can't even remember, even begin to dawn on our age, but we were very, very young. I could not have been more than um, 6 or 7, definitely 6 or 7. And she left us in that house all by ourselves because she was very social and active within the church mothers community. And apparently there was a massive gathering just down the street in front of the church. This is during a weekday in the early PM hours, all women, because I remember, her noticing that there was a gathering down there, unofficial gathering, and because she was out there on the station on what we call the front porch, and um, she put us in the house, and she went down there to investigate. And she's down there for a while, and it was about dinner time, and nothing was being served, so I took it upon myself to get start feeding us baby aspirins. And I didn't hardly eat any. The next brother to me, Danny, he probably had about 10, 12, maybe 15. The youngest brother, James, had the whole bottle. I think there was about 250 of them in there. So he consumed well over 200 of them. So going on what I know today, medically, he was most likely going to die. And after we had consumed all those pills, a God event happened. A silhouette, a what's it called? Cameo of a man rested, come from the ceiling and rested on the wall behind our central heating unit, as we called it, the stove in the living room. And it scared the living bejesus out of myself and my two younger brothers, Danny and James. And me being the leader, I convinced Danny to go bypass the image that was on the wall, go into the kitchen, get a knife, and start stabbing at it. Why? I mean, that's just how a kid thinks, right? And he did it. He did it without question. Nothing transpired after that. It was just sitting there. We were petrified, just stuck in the corner. So I advised Danny, get my next order. Well, you got to go down the street and get mom. Um, I knew we were in trouble, but this was more trouble than what she could have presented to us. At least that's what was going through my little mind. And he went down there and got her. When she came up into the house and she saw immediately what was on that wall, she started screaming and hollering and rebuking and everything. We thought she had lost her mind. And um, she sent Danny back down the street where the gathering of the women were, and told him to call on the church mother, Sister Claire. Sister Claire came up there And by that time, there were at least, 6 or 7 other women in that living room, froze at the door at what they were witnessing on the wall. The cameo, it was the shoulders in the head of a very prominent, strong, beautiful man with big curly locks. Not past his shoulders, but big curly locks. And it just sat there majestically. And when Sister Clara saw it, she said she got on her knees in front of us, all three of us, and gathered us together and said, "Babies, what did you do?" Danny and Eddie wasn't going to say anything, and I definitely wasn't going to tell on myself. So we just looked at her dumbfoundedly. Then Sister Clara turns around to Ruthie and says, "Sister Ruth, you're going to tell these babies it's okay to tell me what they did." So Mom gets down on her knees and she says, "Babies," says, "you're not in trouble. Just tell Sister Clara what it is that you did." And so I broke down. I told her we ate the baby aspirins, and I showed her the bottle. And Sister Clara, I think they called her her profession. She was a midwife or something like that. Whether they you had nursing skills, and you would actually go into people's homes and attend to them. That's what her job was. And she forcibly caused me to throw up. There's just a little bit of pink in her hands, and Danny to throw up after me. And he had substantially more, but not that much more. And with Eddie had the whole bottle there. It had actually started to congeal, to turn solid. He threw up a substantial amount. He was definitely going to die. That was the angel of the Lord looking over God's people. Myself, my 2 younger brothers. And for those of you who watch this video, there's a lot of you cousins and friends from Monroe City that lived on Winter Street that were of age that walked through our living room and saw that angel on the wall. In your comment sections, you folks need to testify to that. God is calling on you now to testify. That's why you were there to see it. That's why you laid witness to it. So pull on your memories and recall the testimony that I just spoken to, hopefully, the world. Again, this is Dr. Jeffrey Holland at Get Up, Stand Up for Planet Earth's revival, spiritual, through and through. Let's turn this thing around, God's people. Amen. Amen. And amen.